Welcome back, my friends. Artificial intelligence is all the rage these days. And, if you follow this channel, you already know that I predicted artificial intelligence to be the technology of 2023. And, if you follow this channel, you already know about ChatGPT. In what is now considered a high-profile debacle, Google announced Bard AI in response to ChatGPT. It is a new conversational AI technology and Google said it will open up to public testing. It confirms a new chat technology to rival the increasingly popular ChatGPT. After rolling out Bard as an AI service largely for search. But now Google executives appear to be pivoting away from that focus. Mysteriously, without providing specific use cases. Google held a highly contentious all-hands meeting Thursday. In the meeting, Google executives tried to draw distinctions between Bard's capabilities and search. "I just want to be very clear. Bard is not search," said Jack Krawczyk, the product lead for Bard. Google will open up Bard to trusted testers. This move comes ahead of making it more widely available to the public in the coming weeks. This comes at a critical time for Google. Ad revenue is softening. And competitive threats are emerging from almost everywhere. But I would say that ChatGPT is especially competitive. And this comes at a time when Google just announced 12,000 job cuts. Google has been under pressure for about a year now. Google stock is down 30% in the past year. The United States economy is teetering on the brink of recession. And corporate ad spending is plummeting. Google is more at risk than most people think. What does it mean for big tech companies? What does it mean for the economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Google executives are continuing to deal with the fallout from last month's bungled announcement of its artificial intelligence engine called Bard. But their efforts to clean up the mess are causing further confusion among the workforce. It's the first company-wide meeting since Google employees criticized leadership over the Bard announcement. Wall Street has punished Google parent Alphabet for the Bard rollout. Analysts are concerned that Google's core search engine is at risk of getting displaced. Consumers may eventually demand AI-powered responses. They want to allow for more conversational and creative answers. Staffers called Google's initial public presentation rushed, botched, and ungoogly. Bard and ChatGPT are large language models, not knowledge models, said Google executive Jack Krawczyk. They are great at generating human-sounding text. But, they are not good at ensuring their text is fact-based. Google thinks Bard's big first application should be search. Search is at its heart is about finding true information. "I just want to be very clear. Bard is not search," said Krawczyk. "It's an experiment that's a collaborative AI service that we talked about," Krawczyk said. "The magic that we're finding in using the product is really around being this creative companion to helping you be the spark plug for imagination, explore your curiosity, etc., Krawczyk continued. "But we can't stop users from trying to use it like search," Krawczyk added. He said Google is still catering to people who want to use it for search. "We're going to be trying to get better at generating the queries associated there, as well as relaying to users our confidence," Krawczyk said. Google users will see a tab that says, "View other drafts." This tab will point people away from search-like results. But as you want to get into more of the search-oriented journeys, we already have a product for that. It's called Search, he said. The attempt to separate Bard from search appeared to signify a pivot in the initial strategy. During the Bard announcement, Google executives repeatedly said the technology would be integrated with search. As Jack said, "Bard is really separate from search," said Vice President of Engineering Elizabeth Reed. Google search boss Prabhakar Raghavan unveiled some fresh examples of how Bard could be used. Raghavan urged all employees to help by spending a few hours testing Bard. Specifically, this means rewriting wrong answers, citing a great responsibility to get it right. Google employees were asked to help on search and to rewrite queries with factual information. "I don't know about you, but just that statement alone makes me nervous about Bard AI. It's important to acknowledge that it's experimental," said Google CEO Sundar Pichai. "It's super important to acknowledge the limitations of these products as well. Google thinks that Bard AI will improve over time. And obviously we are product engineering on top of it," he said. "Products like this get better the more the people who use them," Pichai said. Following Google's launch of Bard in February, Alphabet's stock price dropped almost 9%. Wall Street investors were hoping for more in light of growing competition from Microsoft. If you follow this channel, you know that Microsoft is a large investor in ChatGPT creator OpenAI. Google employees are well aware of how the introduction was received. The first public demo was demoralizing, sent our stock into a nosedive, and invited massive media coverage, said a Google employee. Then came the question, what really happened? Please share your candid thoughts on what went wrong at the Bard launch, Google executives asked employees. Questions like this can be fair, and we want to reiterate the fact that Bard has not launched, Kravchuk said. We acknowledge to the world that this is something that we're experimenting with, we're testing it. But there's a lot of excitement in the industry right now, Kravchuk continued. Microsoft showed off how OpenAI's technology can power Bing search results and other products. You see, the stories of ChatGPT coincides with an event that we're having that was actually focused on search, Kravchuk said. There can be challenges around the external perception, but, as you heard today, we continue to focus on Bard's testing, Kravchuk added. Kravchuk mentioned that Google is excited to get the technology in users' hands to capture their creativity. Pichai chimed in to say, it's an intense time. The purpose of the blog post was once we decided we were going to external trusted testers, things could leak and it was important we positioned it, Pichai said. We haven't launched the product yet. And obviously when we launch, we'll make clear it's an experimental product. Pichai said that the company hopes to provide more details after Google I/O, the annual developer conference. Google has yet to announce dates for the event. Another employee said, launching AI seems like a knee-jerk reaction without a strategy. Pichai began his response by noting that Google spends more money on AI research and development than any other company. We are deeply working on AI for a long time. If you follow this channel, you know that Microsoft announced the investment of $10 billion in ChatGPT. That is because ChatGPT could be the next big thing. And, it is a serious threat to Google. We recently heard news that Google's management has issued a code red alert. The reason is the rising popularity of ChatGPT. If you have never tried the ChatGPT artificial intelligence system, you should. It is an online system that responds with answers and knowledge about almost any subject. And, it is competitive with Google Search. Google employees are part of a code red plan to respond to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the popular chatbot backed in part by Microsoft. This is so that users can quickly understand the big picture and learn more from the internet. Everyone in the world is aware of the sudden popularity of ChatGPT. Many think that it poses a big threat to Google as rapidly growing. His assessment is based on the quality of responses given to queries by ChatGPT. The chatbot uses a language model released just last year. ChatGPT generates answers and authentic-looking responses to questions about practically any topic. It also enables users to do artistic things like creating poems. ChatGPT is also composing college essays and writing code. ChatGPT set the world on fire when it was launched in November 2022. It gained more than 1 million users within its first month. The AI-powered machine has triggered concern across sectors. It put educators on high alert as its widening impact threatens critical thinking. But Google seems to be the only company in the tech industry being rattled by the chatbot. Microsoft made a whopping $1 billion investment in OpenAI, ChatGPT's parent company, in 2019. And has increased funding early this year with additional investments worth billions of dollars. The move comes as talks abound over whether Google is losing competitiveness. Potentially, ChatGPT could one day replace Google's search engine. If you follow this channel, you already know that Google's ad revenue business model is under enough threats. Google's ad team generated $208 billion in revenue in 2021. And that was 81% of Alphabet's overall revenue for last year. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.